today, on this episode, we're going to talk about harnessing your innermost power by intensifying your emotions.
And what makes it so good, all these hypocrites, you can't call it a fix. You can't call it a fix because I didn't stop the fight. The doctors had to stop it. Oh, I'm so pretty. I shook up the world.
So when you look at these guys, you'll realize that they're experiencing emotions in their nervous system that is far more superior than other people, such as confidence, determination, excitement, enthusiasm. These are emotions that are exercised. They're not emotions that are, some people have them and some people don't. So one of the best things that I've done in my life is to exercise my emotions, and I think it's the best way to change your life dramatically. I'm going to give you 3 ways to change your state. The first one is your body language, your physiology. The way you move your body affects the way you feel. So, how do you know if someone's depressed? You can see that they have a certain physiology, they have a certain body language. Their shoulders are down, they're breathing shallow, they're looking down, their face is usually, it's not clenched, it's soft, so it's something like this. Okay? That's my depressed, impersonation. I'm very proud of it. So they have a certain physiology, but what people don't know is that if you change your physiology, you start to feel differently. Think about this. Have you ever been not in a very good state and you went to the gym and during your workout you started to feel electric, like really amazing, okay? Excited, motivated, determined, because you were starting to use your body. Okay? Because emotion comes from motion. So when you see me train, I'm always moving because I feel better. I start to use my emotions better. I use a wide range of emotions. And as you can see, like, I'm moving a lot right now. The second way is your focus. What are you focusing on? If we have a bottle of water in front of us and it's half full, you're saying it's half full. I'm saying it's half empty. Who's right? We're both right. But you're choosing to focus on what's there, so you're actually feeling resourceful, while I'm choosing to focus on what's not there. So when I'm doing my trainings, I ask people, focus on something where someone has done you wrong. They made you angry, or they did something distrustful to you, or whatever. And you can start seeing people's faces cringe, and it's fascinating because they're starting to feel it. They're starting to experience this emotion of what happened at the time. So if I told you to focus on a time where someone made you laugh hysterically, you were drinking water and you spit it out of your mouth and you fell on the floor and you started to laugh hysterically, you will start to feel it. I'm thinking of a moment right now. So what you focus on expands. So that's why visualization works very well, because you're focusing on what's possible. If you're focusing on limitations, you're going to feel limited. You're going to feel fear or doubt or whatever it is. So the third way, which is your internal dialogue. There's research that tells you that we have more than 50,000 dialogues happening in our mind every day. Imagine. 50,000. Now the problem is, or maybe what's great, is that they're mostly the same 50,000 dialogues that you're having every day. So if you're saying to yourself, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'll never make it, I can't do it, it's the same pattern that you're repeating every day. So you want to recondition yourself or change the way you talk to yourself. Successful people usually talk to themselves in a much better way. Now the question is, how do you talk to yourself? Do you talk to yourself in a way that is loving and kind? You got a lot of people where they just have an incredible negative self-talk where they're just talking down at themselves consistently. So you want to talk to yourself in a loving way, in a kind way, in an encouraging way, in a motivating way. Just imagine there's an internal coach within you right now. You can imagine me as a small little coach going inside of your mind and just saying, hey, you can do it, you're amazing, you're awesome. Or think of when you make a mistake. How do you talk to yourself? Do you say, you stupid idiot, you did this again? Like, how do you think you're going to feel when you say that to yourself, rather than saying, well, wow, I made a mistake. All right. What did I learn from this? Oh, I learned, not to do 1, 2, 3, and just move on. And successful people are consistently, their physiology is a very confident way, very resourceful way, very dynamic way. Their internal dialogue is very resourceful. So you have Muhammad Ali that says, I am the greatest. Michael Jordan's always talking about how he's unstoppable. And same for Conor McGregor. And they're focusing on winning all the time. There is no doubt. There is no, I can't do this and I can't do that. It's just total focus. Pay attention to these 3 elements, which is your physiology, your focus, and your internal dialogue, and how you're using them in order to get a great quality of life, to harness that internal power within you. Because when you're in a great state, you'll do things that you're not usually doing. When you're saying to yourself, I am worthy, I am successful, I'm a winner, it's totally different, and you have total resourcefulness because you're using a wide range of emotions. Because when people don't do well, they're actually not in a very good state. So in my coaching, I'm usually working a lot on their state, managing their state. When people are paralyzed, they're in a place where in a state of paralysis. They're stuck. When you take action out of fear, it's totally different than when you're taking action out of a place of, I am the winner, and going into a meeting to close your deal. It's totally different state, totally different frame of mind. Because a person, when they're afraid, they have a very different physiology than when a person is very determined. A person that's afraid has a physiology that is kind of like this, they're kind of in a shell, and at the same time their focus is on what's going to go wrong, so that's how they start to feel it. And their internal dialogue is God knows what. It's basically, you're not going to get it, you'll never get it. It's all full of doubt and worst case scenarios. So pay attention to these 3 elements: physiology, focus, internal dialogue. You can change all of these. Like, have a look at what you're doing and say, okay, what's my physiology now? Is it in a place where, it's not resourceful? Am I slumped down? Am I breathing shallow? Or do I have my shoulders back? Am I standing tall? Am I using more of my voice? Am I breathing in deep? Am I focusing on what I want? Am I speaking to myself in a way that empowers me? That all plays a role. Change these 3 elements. Let me know how it goes for you. Like, share, comment. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do it right now, because when you do it, I'll be more and more happy to serve you. And always remember to become the most unlimited version of yourself.